Hey guys, welcome back to Slipping Out and part 3 of Exploring Life is Strange. I know quite a number of my viewers have been waiting for this one, so I certainly hope you enjoy it. And in this one, of course, we're going to be taking a look at episode 3, which is Chaos Theory. And just to put it out there so I can minimise complaints right now, there may be spoilers in the video, so if you haven't played episode 3 yet, then I won't be offended if you turn off now. For those of you still watching, let's jump straight in. So in this episode, Max wakes up to a text message from Chloe as they're going to be meeting up in the night time at the main campus. So first of all, we go out into the hallway.
Okay, this is scary dark. Let there be...
To be honest, there really isn't too much to show right now. As we know, we can enter the shower room and speak to Taylor, and Dana's room is open too. If I spin the camera around, as you can see, Kate's room is now missing because of course we can't enter her room, and we have Victoria's room which we can access after speaking with Taylor in the showers, so nothing really too surprising at this point. However, I am confident that the episode will get more interesting.
So Chloe is waiting for me in front of the main hall.
Booyah! Get it? Booyah. Like I'm a scary punk ghost.
Alright, so Chloe jumps out on us and there's some dialogue that we need to get through before moving on. So I've skipped forward to take a look at what happens when Mr. Jefferson and Victoria are spotted leaving the main building.
Hopefully the rest of the class will follow your lead. I'm sorry I was distracted. As you know, it's not been a good day for Black.
Thank you again so much for helping me put together a portfolio.
Hopefully the rest of the class will follow your lead. I'm sorry I was distracted. As you know, it's not been a good day for Blackwell.
You might as well choose me. Otherwise, I might have to tell people you offered to choose my photo for favors or something.
As a favor to your future, I'll also ignore that undisguised threat. This conversation is officially over, Miss Chase. I suggest you go back to your dorm now.
Wait! I only...
Now, what I found interesting about this scene is something that happens in the background, because if you look closely in the normal cutscene, you'll see Mr. Jefferson walking away. However, what you don't get to see because of the camera position is that when Max and Chloe are about to enter the building, he actually turns around to walk back towards the building, but then stops. Strange Mr. Jefferson. Why would he head back towards the school?
Let's go find out. This is so cool! Get ready to haul ass.
What I wanted to know at this point was if Chloe is still behind the door, or does she disappear until we open it? It turns out she is still behind the door trying to pick the lock.
Welcome to my domain.
You are magic! I have no clue how the hell you got in there, but you did it, sister.
The company I keep. Now, let's find what we want and beat it. My powers only go so far. Chloe is so psyched for girls' night out, so I better follow her evil plan.
During the swimming pool scene, the Blackwell security guards turn up and spoil all the fun. But where do they come from? Well, if I take the camera outside and over in this direction, we can find David hiding away in the bushes. Not creepy at all. And check it out, we have our first T-poser of the episode, but don't worry, we will be seeing more T-poses later on.
Come stop me, hippie!
Okay, you asked for it. Cowabunga!
Also, during the swimming pool scene, just out of shot from the camera, take a look at some of the positions Max goes into, which are then followed by her positions that we see on camera. I always find it amazing to think that during normal gameplay, you would never see these processes happening, because they are literally just out of shot.
Rachel was here. She would totally love being in here at night. Wish you guys had met each other.
We will. With all this stuff going on, I'm starting to think everything is related, and I want to find out for Kate's sake. She almost died today. Gross. I feel like we just went swimming in Chlorine Bay.
You look cute with your hair soaked in chemicals.
Thanks. You would know.
So the game has a blackout and we are now out of the pool and dressed, at which point we hear a noise of doors opening, and it is of course one of the security guards entering the pool. He disappears shortly after entering, but he does leave behind his trusty torch.
Make sure you cover the whole perimeter.
Dude, hide! Like when we were kids.
I could use my power, or just look for a hiding spot. Or both.
I heard something over here.
Now after hiding in the locker rooms, the guards leave. Well, actually they move to the front exit, and they just hang around a little while until we leave the scene. If, like me, you wondered how far Max and Chloe got when they drive away from the school, then here it is. It's not too far, but just far enough to leave camera shot.
You can afford to take chances whenever and whatever you want to try. For example, I dare you to kiss me.
What?
I double dare you. Kiss me now. You're hardcore, Max. Now I can text Warren and tell him he doesn't stand a chance. Unless he's into girl-on-girl action.
You're such a dork.
Looking sick, Max?
One thing that I always find interesting about Life is Strange are the scenes with moving vehicles, and this one was no exception. Take a look at the way the devs made it so the truck respawns and drives past the same point, just using different camera angles to make it look like the vehicle is moving past different locations. Pretty clever illusion. In part 2, you may remember we took a look inside Frank's RV, and there was barely anything inside. Well, this time, at least there is a dog, which of course is Frank's dog, that pounces on us when we unlock the door.
Get set. Throw!
Now, when we enter the RV, you may be thinking at this point, surely there should be some sort of animation of Max and Chloe looking around inside. And you would be right to think that. In fact, the animation is playing right now. It's just not here. If I unlock the camera position, yes, you guessed it, I knew you would. We are of course in a separate location which has just an RV interior. In fact, here it is, it's just behind these buildings. And believe it or not, it is here all the way through this scene from start to finish. We just never see it from the outside. Very cool stuff, and this is why I love making these episodes, to show you guys these behind the scenes secrets. And it probably goes without saying when we leave the RV, we exit the exterior model that's in the car park. Moving on to another vehicle scene, and unlike the bus scene in part 2 where, if you remember, we found that only one side of the town moves at a time, in this scene the whole town moves underneath us, and you can see how this works better if I spin the camera around and look behind the truck. When Chloe drops Max off at the school, there isn't too much to see in this scene, except I do love how this truck that's about to enter the shot suddenly hits the go pedal. There it goes. Maybe they had some nitrous oxide on board too.
Someday Dad'll get one of them newfangled computers.
I hope the flash didn't scare you, Max.
Well, actually, William, it wasn't the flash that scared me. It's because I know what's coming next, and if you were watching very carefully, you may have just spotted it yourself. Let's just back up a second and rewind and take a look at this T-pose that happens just before the photo's taken. Now, forget the fact that Max is floating. Can you imagine walking in your friend's house if they were stood silent in the T-pose in the kitchen? How weird would that be? In fact, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies just looking at it.
This is a keeper.
Not until I see it first. You know the rules, Dad. Max, tell him. Whoa, hey. You look totally pale. You feel okay?
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
Alright folks, that is it for this episode. If you want extra info on Slippy Slides, don't forget to join me on all the usual social media sites that can be found in the description. Thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate the support. But for now, and as always, until the next video, take care guys.